Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're doing well. So for this week I just wanted to try and film the commission I've been working on, which is of this beautiful horse called Murphy. Now he's got really unique colouring and I was really excited when I received this commission. Not only is the photo really beautiful, but it was just such a challenge to try and get the different tones in. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this time lapse. Now I had a real problem with editing this video, so I hope it comes across okay and I hope that you enjoy watching. Hopefully you can get to see a little bit about the process and how I draw. Obviously it is really sped up because these drawings take me so long. So yeah, I hope it gives you a little insight into how I draw. Now I wanted to take this opportunity to answer a few questions that I received recently on Instagram, and yeah, I thought that doing a voiceover would make it a little bit more interesting and just put music behind it. So if you enjoy these sort of videos, then please just do let me know, because it gives me a bit of encouragement to carry on, because doing YouTube and putting my voice and myself out there is not something that I'm comfortable with, not something that I'm used to. So any gentle encouragement would be greatly appreciated, because it just gives me a little bit of motivation to know that I'm doing the right thing. So yeah, if you like this video, then obviously please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel, because yeah, it just helps me massively and gives me a bit of more motivation. Obviously been Mental Health Awareness Week this week, and that's why I wanted to do a video about anxiety and just having a bit of a chat and catch up with you. Put a story on my Instagram about anxiety and how much it can affect sort of us all, and a lot of people ask me some questions as to how I cope with anxiety, and that's why I thought I'd do this time lapse and a bit of a talk through. So firstly, the following question I received was, have you got any tips for someone trying to start out as an artist? Now when I first started, I just used Facebook, so I would draw and post whatever I had been working on Facebook. I created a business page, or a page where people could see my art, and I invited all my friends and families to like it. And from there it sort of grew, people shared it, and I asked people to sort of comment, and that really helped me grow my social media. Same with Instagram, where you just hashtagged all the time. I still hashtag a lot to this day. I think hashtagging is really important, but the most important thing when you start out as an artist is to get your work out there, get people to see it, just share it, don't be scared to share your work. And I think that sort of comes with having a bit of confidence, but yeah, I think that's something that has really helped me anyway. How do you make the fur so realistic in layers with polychromos? I can't get it to look like fur, it always seems too long, or I end up using a lot of colours. By the way, I love your art, it's helped me to learn to get better just when I was serving your whips. Thank you very much for your message and your question and your lovely comment about my work. So I use a lot of layers in my work, as you can see. Hopefully I sort of layer a base layer of coloured pencil, which is a lighter colour, and then I go build up the colours going from light to dark. I don't draw every sort of bit of fur that I see. I tend to work in clumps because fur is always quite clumpy, so yeah, I think I'm really rubbish at explaining what I do, but hopefully the more I do this, the more I can sort of start articulating how I work a bit better, because I work in layers. I start from light to dark, and I try not to draw every single fur, because then the fur can look stringy and it just won't look realistic. So what sort of printer do you use? Now I recently bought my own printer because I was using a local company to me to do all my art printing, but when it comes to doing a show or any event, then it's just easier for me to have my own printer. Now it's taken me 4 years to be in the position where I have bought my own printer, and I'm really glad that I have done that now, because it's been a massive learning curve. I've learnt so much about editing and Photoshop to sort of clean up the artwork after I finish it, and it's been quite a rewarding lesson. So anyway, the printer I use is the Epson P800. I just bought it online. It arrived the next day. I've had very little problems with it. It's connected straight up to my MacBook Pro, which is what I edit everything on and run my business from. And yeah, it always works very seamlessly, and I'm really, really impressed with the print quality. It was expensive, but it wasn't one of the most expensive printers because I didn't want to invest a lot of money into something I wasn't 100% sure that I would be able to use to how I wanted it to. I think it retails at about, I think I paid about 1,200 for it. Yeah, I think it was about £1,200, and it prints up to A2, I believe, but I haven't printed anything bigger than A4 at the moment. Okay, another question. How would you deal with low confidence in art? You're such an inspiration, by the way. Again, thank you so much. I received so many lovely messages, and they really it means the world to me. But how would I deal with low confidence in art? Don't get me wrong, I still have days where I don't feel confident with the work that I produce. I look at other people's work and I think, oh my god, they're amazing. And yeah, I sort of have quite a lot of self-doubt. But the thing that I do is and I know it sounds really silly, but I just keep drawing. I just keep drawing. Every single day I'm working on something. If I want to learn a new technique, I spend hours and hours and hours. If I want to learn or do anything, I spend hours learning it. Like, I want to learn Photoshop, I want to learn how to use colour pencil properly. I would love to learn to use oil paints, but I'm not that good. I've tried and I failed. But I just spend as many waking hours as I possibly can trying to hone a skill and hone a talent. And what calms you the most, drawing or horses? Well, both, hand in hand. Drawing really, really calms me down. I'm quite an anxious person, so for me, drawing is really, really therapeutic. But also, animals are massively therapeutic for me too. So I think between the two, I think that's probably why I fell into drawing, doing what I do. You coach yourself out of anxiety. I'm not into medication and treatment. It's so expensive. For me, it sounds really silly, but for me, I just draw. If I feel really anxious, then I just giving myself something to really, really focus on, whether it's playing an instrument, whether it's drawing, whether it's going for a walk, whether it's seeing friends or seeing family, having a focus, going to the gym, just doing something that can take your mind off whatever you're feeling anxious about. And also talk to people is so important. Oh, and another thing that really helps me with anxiety is writing things down. I've got a journal, and if I feel any sort of emotion, then I always write it down and write in depth about how I'm feeling. And yeah, that massively helps me because I can sort of read back, reflect, and just think, okay, this is how I'm feeling. What can I do about it? There's no good in, I find, in sort of self-wallowing. I've done it. I did it years back, and it put me in a really dark place. And yeah, I think I've helped myself massively get out of having such bad anxiety, but just by following quite simple techniques. I wanted to get this video up today because I am off to Scotland to go and see a lovely friend and client of mine. It's got some beautiful horses, and I'm hoping to do some vlogging, and I'm hoping I can have a little bit of a ride and just have some chill time with the ponies. It's been something I've been looking forward to for a long time, and we've been meaning to do this for a while, so I think that'll probably be next week's vlog. But that's it, Murphy's finished. It's God knows how many hours condensed into about 9 minutes. But thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.